everybody see me okay? Yes? Anyway.
You're good? Okay.
Just not too afraid of heights to come off.
Someone get an axe. We can cut that off.
So I jumped up to the ocean.
Good evening. Mr. Evans, member of the Connellsville Area School Board, faculty, staff, and alumni, parents and other family members, guests, and most importantly, the Connellsville Area School District Class of 2024. It is my sincere honor to welcome you to the 58th Annual Commencement Ceremony of the Connellsville Area School District. We are here tonight to announce the graduation of 313 young men and women who have successfully completed all of the requirements of our school district and the state of Pennsylvania. Each year, as I prepare for our commencement ceremony, I think to myself about the meaning of graduation. What has occurred to bring us to this point, and what the future holds for the graduates who sit in the seats behind me. I think back to orientation of their freshman year, August of 2020, their young faces, and their uncertainty of what to expect. Wow, how fast time goes by. Students, take a moment to think back to your journey through high school. It was full of twists and turns and marked by countless challenges to overcome. But you persevered, and I am proud of the hard work and dedication that you have demonstrated. Our faculty and staff have placed high expectations on you, and you risen to the challenge. Your motivation to be the best you possibly can has enabled you to reach many of your goals, both inside and outside the classroom. This senior class is a well-rounded group. We have talented performers, musicians, athletes, and academic leaders. There are many achievements and honors that these seniors have accomplished. However, what I am most proud of is their contributions to our community. This past year, this group of seniors have contributed to several construction projects, planted trees and flowers, cleaned up areas of our community, volunteered at the senior center, and helped raise money for the needy during the holidays. Class of 2024, you have passed the test of the Connellsville Area School District, and you have overcome the many difficulties associated with attending school. You are ready to move on and find your place in this world. You have what it takes to be successful, and I wish you the very best of luck. At this time, I would like to recognize the administration of our district. Our superintendent, Mr. Richard Evans. Our assistant to the superintendent, Dr. Tracy Coons. Director of the Connellsville Area Career and Technical Center, Dr. Jeffrey McWilliams. And our high school assistant principals, Dr. Tammy Stern and Mr. Andy Hedrick. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I ask that you please rise for the presentation of our nation's colors by the Connellsville High School JRTC, and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem and the alma mater by our senior chorus members.
by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hail our high school in the vale, lead us on to wisdom's height. None but thee can ever thrill, all honor to the blue and white, to alma mater in her might. Sing her praises loud and strong, our truest and our best we pledge, our minds and hearts to thee belong.
He has to put his flower in his hand.
To begin our program, I would like to introduce our Student Council Vice President, West Mancuso, who will announce the invocation.
Please bow your heads and join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, as we gather here today, we thank you for the blessing of learning. While we ask for your almighty hand to be upon my fellow graduates as we go forward, let us not forget the blessings that follow behind us. You have blessed us during our challenging high school years with wisdom, friendship, and knowledge. Continue to guide us through obstacles in our future as we continue to challenge ourselves to find our dreams. Bless our celebration today, Lord, and may we feel your loving presence as we cross this stage. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Good evening.
It is my pleasure to introduce the 2024 Connellsville Area Career and Technical Salutatorian, Nicholas Rohal. Nicholas is the son of Amy and Don Rohal. A proud resident of Connellsville, Nick began his educational journey by attending Conn Area Catholic Elementary School, excelling in both academics and sports. Nick honed his crafts in both the classroom and gym and continued his formative years traveling for competitions across the state. Active in both Connellsville track and field, as well as the Falcon wrestling program, Nick also took the time to learn the skilled trade of metal fabrication. Crafting his post-secondary career, Mr. Rohal is dedicated to joining a pre-law criminal justice program where he will be able to continue his academic and athletic endeavors at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Rohal.
Thank you, Dr. McWilliams, not only for the introduction, but also for everything else you have done for me in my senior year of high school. None of this would have been possible without you, and we are glad you're the principal. Hello, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2024. My name is Nicholas Rohal, and I'm the salutatorian of the Connellsville Area Career and Technical Center. For the past 3 years, I have attended the Welding and Metal Fabrication program, and without a doubt, it was one of the best decisions I could have made, as I have built out many friends and a possible career too. Today is the day we graduate, but tomorrow is the beginning of Chapter 2, which is one thing we have all waited for since we started school. Some people won't be ready for the change, but I know I will be, thanks to my parents, who have been my biggest supporters and have done an amazing job raising me. We have all done so much, which has allowed us to be here at the stadium tonight. Maybe you have had great times rooting on the Falcons, or even suiting up for the Falcons like I did, for track, football, cross country, and wrestling. Some were able to do both, or perhaps all four. What we have all done is write our stories which share a common place, people, and activities such as tonight. Where we go next is up to each one of us. During school, I was able to form a lot of responsibility from managing sports in school. One memory I will never forget is my sophomore year I went to states for the first time. Wrestling has taught me many things to live by, such as mental toughness, resilience, and learning from failure. I also learned leadership, a hard work ethic, and so much more which helps me to set up for success and will make my Chapter 2 even more compelling. I capped off my senior year leading the Falcons wrestling team to a Whitfield championship for the first time in almost 2 decades. I know that this and the expansion for the Schallenberger Wrestling Center will set up the team for success and a great Chapter 2. As if athletic success in one sport was not good enough, I also ran cross country for 7 years. Many miles I laid down, but that experience helped to craft my next pivot to track. One day, a kid on the cross country team would not stop talking about the fun he had in track, and his stories helped convince me to try throwing. I didn't really have the size or knowledge, but soon fell in love with it. Each year, I would look forward to my track season because I knew one day I would be good, or at least I hoped so. My junior year is when I really picked it up and started throwing decent numbers. I qualified for Whitfields, but did not end the season how I wanted. I knew I could do more, so I trained all of summer and really started getting after it. The first meet of my senior season, I added 25 feet to my discus personal best and 11 feet to my javelin. During the season, I was getting a lot of recognition, and it pushed me to be better. I finished the season as the Fayette County champion in discus and javelin and placed third at Whitfields and the discus, which returned me to states where I finished in the top 15 of Pennsylvania. To conclude my high school career, it was a great time. Being recognized as a state-level athlete helped me earn a lot of offers from numerous colleges. My final decision is to attend IUP, where I'll continue my academic and athletic career, majoring in criminology and pre-law. So as I conclude my chapter 1, let me remind you that each person will have a chapter 2 written by us, for us, and about us. Let us take our journey where we want and do those things that they write books about. But remember, our chapter 2 starts when the caps hit the ground. Let this ceremony be the end of chapter 1, and as we throw our caps in the air, let us begin chapter 2. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Brewski. I'm an English teacher at Connellsville Area Middle School, and I have the distinct honor of introducing to you the 2024 Connellsville Area Senior High School salutatorian, Miss Katie Elizabeth Kessler. Katie is the daughter of Jeremy and Elizabeth Kessler of Indian Head. Katie's accomplishments throughout high school are numerous and outstanding, to say the least. In her 4 years at the high school, she held various titles, such as Student Council President, Bible Club President, Prom Committee Vice President, a member of Leo's Club, National Honor Society, the 4.0 Penn State Club, Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science, and was the Connellsville Wrestling Team Manager. Through her church, Katie is a Mission Jamaica team member and a Hydrate Kids camp leader. Katie was the recipient of 7 scholarships last week at the Senior Awards ceremony, including the District 14M Lions Club, Brian K. Martin Foundation, Connellsville Rotary Club, Eleanor G. Morris, IVC Lions Club, LHTC Broadband, and Your Faith and Family. Katie has also achieved many academic accomplishments such as Teen of the Week, Student of the Month, College Board National Recognition Scholar Awardee, the Presidential Educational Award, achieved a grade point average of 5.0 her senior year, and, probably the most notable in my opinion, Katie was granted early acceptance into the Carnegie Mellon University School of Computer Science, which has a 4% acceptance rate. Katie will attend Carnegie Mellon University in the fall studying computer science with a concentration in artificial intelligence. I had the opportunity to have Katie as a student in my 8th grade English class and work with her at the high school as the former student council advisor. I immediately knew she was something special at the age of 13. Katie is smart, caring, driven, trustworthy, reliable, and extremely compassionate. She is also fun, silly, talented, and a very good friend. She truly holds a gift to make a difference in the world, and I know she will one day soon. Katie makes things happen. When she shared her goal for being in the top of her class with me as an 8th grader, we made a deal that I would introduce her at graduation. Last year, as we sat in this very stadium at graduation, she looked over at me during the speeches and whispered, "That's us next year," with a huge smile on her face. I can still remember when she told me of her acceptance into Carnegie Mellon, making homecoming court, what AP classes she was taking in the upcoming year, proofreading numerous papers for her, and everything else she's chosen to share with me over the years, making me a very proud school mom, even when she changes her speech 2 days before graduation. When she told me she achieved this amazing accomplishment last Friday, I couldn't help but tear up. I am so extremely proud of her. If there's one thing she is, it's persistent. I'm sure her parents and brother can attest to this as well. So persistent, maybe stubborn in fact, that she gave me the silent treatment for about 2 weeks in 8th grade, if you all remember that fiasco. I can't say that I probably didn't deserve it, but it shows that when Katie feels passionately about something, she sure goes all in, even if it means not talking to her favorite English teacher. I joke that it was the best 2 weeks of my life, but I think all of her classmates knew I was dying inside, something I'd never fully admit to her until today. All joking aside, the future is very bright if it involves Katie Kessler. Congratulations and best of luck to the class of 2024. And as I always tell you, Katie, I'm so proud of you. It is my pleasure to now introduce to you the 2024 CAHS salutatorian, Miss Katie Elizabeth Kessler.
Good evening. I am Katie Kessler, and I'm extremely thankful to stand here today as the Connellsville Area High School salutatorian. First and foremost, I would like to begin by thanking Mrs. Brusky, not only for the introduction, but for your guidance and support throughout the past 5 years. Just when she thought she could get rid of me during COVID, we were made aware school was now on an asynchronous schedule. Lucky for her, this meant I could now contact her at any and every hour of the day. Thank you again for everything and for being my biggest cheerleader. As we gather here today before the new chapter in our lives, I can't help but reminisce about the journey that has brought us to this moment. It feels like just yesterday, we were wide-eyed kids, bursting with dreams and aspirations, eager to take on life. Starting in 2011, we were filled with a sense of wonder and possibility. We couldn't wait to grow up, to drive our own cars, to be independent, and to shape our own destinies. Reflecting on those early years, it is incredible at how much has changed, yet how much remains the same. In elementary school, we learned the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic. But we also discovered the joy of recess, the excitement of talent shows, and the thrill of field trips. We made our first friends and started to understand what it means to be part of a community. In middle school, we faced new challenges and opportunities. We navigated the complexities of being a teen, from changing classes to dealing with homework and new social dynamics. We joined clubs, played sports, and attended our first school dances. We learned to balance our academic responsibilities with our growing independence. Then came high school, a whirlwind of experiences that have shaped us into who we are today. We tackled advanced subjects, participated in extracurricular activities, and began to think seriously about our futures. We survived the chaos of group projects, the stress of exams, and the anticipation of prom. We are the generation that witnessed the rise of memes and viral challenges, where a single tweet or TikTok could spark global conversations. We shared our victories and challenges with each other, supporting one another through the ups and downs. Which leads me to today, where we stand at the start of a new beginning, ready to take on the next chapter of our lives. As we gather here to celebrate our achievements, I am reminded of a simple yet powerful phrase that has echoed through our lives: dream big. From the moment we entered elementary school, we were encouraged to dream without limits. Our teachers would ask us, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" With innocent and boundless imagination, we would answer with dreams as big as the universe itself: astronaut, doctor, surgeon, president, or if you were to ask my little cousin who recently graduated from preschool, a space cadet who also gets off Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Our young minds were unburdened by the pressure of reality, and we believed anything was possible. However, as we grew older, those once limitless dreams began to shrink. The same society that told us to dream big started to pick apart every inch of us. They questioned our aspirations, doubted our potential, and nudged us towards more practical goals. Suddenly, our dreams of reaching the stars were replaced with expectations to stay grounded. We were asked the same question not that long ago: what do you want to be when you grow up? But now the expectation was a serious answer. Instead of the grand visions we once had, we responded with smaller, more attainable goals. It seemed that somewhere along the way, society decided that dreaming big was a privilege reserved for the few, not a right for everyone. But today, I stand before you to challenge that mindset. I urge each and every one of us to reclaim our right to dream big, to break the boundaries of what is considered impossible and redefine what we believe we can achieve. To dream big is not about ignoring reality. It is about envisioning a better one. It is about daring to imagine a future that transcends the limitations imposed upon us. To dream big is to embrace the very essence of human potential. It is to understand that every great achievement in history began as a dream that someone dared to pursue. Society may try to diminish our dreams and limit our aspirations, but with God, we know all things are possible. It is about trusting in God's plan and having faith in the Lord. As it says in Luke 18:27, what is impossible with man is possible with God. This verse has been a guiding light for me, reminding me that even when the road ahead seems daunting, our trust in God's plan will carry us through. We must trust that His plan for us is greater than any dream we could imagine for ourselves. My goal behind this mic today is not for you to remember my name nor my rank, but to remember this message by Les Brown. The graveyard is the wealthiest place on earth. Because it is here, you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled. The books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, the inventions that were never shared, the cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take the first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream. As we leave this field and step into the world, let us carry the audacity to dream big. Let us not allow society to diminish our aspirations or dictate the scope of our potential. Instead, let us be creators of our own destinies, the dreamers who transform visions into reality. The world is shaped by those who dare to dream big and have the courage to pursue those dreams relentlessly. Do not let fear, doubt, or the voices of others hold you back. Dream big, break the boundaries, and redefine what is possible. There are 3 very important people in the crowd I would like to take a moment to thank directly. Dad, you have taught me the value of hard work and determination. You have pushed me to chase after my dreams no matter how far out of reach they may seem. Mom, you've taught me how to be independent and unapologetically myself. Since I was little, you told me I could grow up to be anything I wanted to be. And when the day comes, you are the mother I wish to be most like. To my brother, your relentless pursuit of greatness has always inspired me. You've set the bar high, pushing me to reach for the stars. As my big brother and my closest friend, I'm forever grateful for your guidance. Above all, I want to thank God for blessing me with such incredible support and guidance from my family. I wouldn't be here today without each of you, and I am extremely thankful for the impact you've had on shaping me into the person I am today. Lastly, I'd like to conclude my speech with a quote from Steve Jobs. The people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones who do. Congratulations, class of 2024. Remember, the future is ours to shape, for the rest is still unwritten. As Mr. McPoyle would say, we've got this. Thank you.
Once again, good evening. It is my honor to introduce the 2024 Connellsville Area Career and Technical Center valedictorian, Natalie Jean Willard. Natalie is the daughter of Braden and Danielle Willard of Connellsville. Natalie attended Dunbar Borough Elementary School and has been active in her youth group at church in addition to her school activities, where she was a member of the Health Occupations Program as well as the National Technical Honor Society. Natalie has post-graduation plans to attend West Virginia University in Morgantown, majoring in animal science, and then to enter the workforce as an equine rehabilitation therapist. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Jean Willard.
Thank you, Katie and Dr. McWilliams. Good evening. I am Natalie Willard, the 2024 Connellsville Area Career and Technical Center valedictorian. I would like to start by thanking my family, friends, teachers, and above all God for making this opportunity possible. I'd be wrong if I said the road to this very day has been easy. We all know it hasn't. Many of us here today, including myself, were the last 5th grade class at our closing elementary school. A pandemic ruined the second semester of our 8th grade year, as well as our freshman year of high school. This in turn changed the way we learn forever as our computers became our classrooms. In my personal experience, the word school has meant a multitude of different things over the years. Returning to school after the pandemic seemed like a daunting task. It just wasn't something I was ready for. This decision ultimately led me to complete my sophomore year on FOLA, our school district's cyber program. Through this program, students are able to complete their education from the comfort of their own home, as well as graduate early if that is a task they aspire to complete. Ms. Shreve helped me make a smooth transition from attending in-person school to getting my education online, and I cannot thank her enough. As I concluded my school year, I decided it was time to go back in person for my junior year. This is when I decided to start taking the health occupations course at the CTC. During my time at the CTC, health occupations instructor, Miss Ackerman, successfully taught our class a lot of skills needed for the nursing field. Because of her, I was able to achieve my patient care tech certification and pass our final exam, the NOCTI. I thoroughly enjoyed this class. However, when it came time to apply for college this year, I was unsure if this was really what I wanted to do. I applied and got accepted into a prestigious university for nursing. That was the moment I knew this is definitely not for me. After a lot of thinking, I applied to WVU for animal science, and this is where I will be attending this fall. It is possible that some of you here today either feel like you have no idea what you want to do or have some time in the past. We all know that this isn't a great feeling. This may have left us waiting for graduation even more. For years, I'm sure we can all agree we've had moments where we have thought, I just can't wait. Can't wait to go to prom, try out for sports, get that next chair in band, and finally graduate. As freshmen, this moment has seemed but a distant dream that would one day become a reality. Well, here we are. Through all the stress of assignments, failed tests, and even uncertainty, we will persevere just as we have before. While this may leave some of us with temporary despair, we must move on to do more great things in the future. Graduating is such an accomplishment. Through the years, we made memories we will one day tell our children and friends we meet along the way. This is just the beginning. Take pride in how far you've come and how you'll succeed, whether that be attending college, working in the trades, enlisting in the military, or anything in between. It's not going to be easy, but I know we can do it. In the future, never forget to be authentically yourself, follow your dreams, and chase your ambitions regardless of your age, how far you want to continue your education, or your current skills. My favorite reminder of this advice comes from 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12, which states, "Don't let anyone look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers in speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity." If there's anything you take from my speech here tonight, I hope it would be that your young adulthood is just the beginning. To conclude my speech, I would like to thank everyone that made this possible. Even through the ups and downs of my high school career, I never felt a lack of support. For years to come, I will never forget all of the encouragement I had from my teachers at the CTC. They really made a difference in my life academically as well as in the person I am today. The last 13 years have held some of the best memories. I am so grateful for everything I have learned and everyone I have met along the way. Finally, I would like to congratulate the class of 2024. We did it, and now on to the next.
Good evening. My name is Bobby Renzi, and I'm a teacher here at Connellsville High School with the pleasure of teaching health, physical education, freshman seminar, driver's education, and Falcon Online Learning Academy. For the first time in my 22 years of teaching, I have been honored by being asked to introduce to you this year's valedictorian, Miss Zoe Hughes, which, by the way, I think this is the first time that a gym teacher has ever had this honor. Zoe Elizabeth is the daughter of Amanda and Jimmy Hughes and a great sister to her brother Hunter. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, and some are exciting. But if you never turn the page, you will never know what the next chapter has in store for you. The first chapter I can recall in Zoe's book was in 2020, as my daughter and her began to share a love for dance. Together, those two begin their journey as an inseparable duo, both on stage and off, winning numerous accolades and, more importantly, bonding and having fun. I didn't realize it at the time, and honestly, I just recently realized that I couldn't be happier that my daughter had this most amazing role model to watch and learn from. Not only in the dance world, but in the real world. The hard work and dedication that Zoe exemplifies is outwavering. A gift that works as hard in the studio as she does in the classroom demonstrates something that can't be taught within the walls of a school. No, this is something that is from within. Zoe has a natural drive and passion to set a goal and to accomplish it. Not only does she accomplish these goals through her hard work and intelligence, but also through her peers recognizing her as a leader and a kind-hearted individual. Whether it is winning dance accolades, becoming a student council officer, NHS officer, homecoming queen, or the valedictorian of the class of 2024, Zoe's hard work, drive, and determination shine through. I wasn't the best at chemistry, but when you mix character with intelligence, it will turn out to be an extremely successful reaction. Wayne Dyer once said, "When you dance, your purpose is not to get to a certain place on the floor. It's to enjoy each step along the way." So Zoe, as you look back on the steps in your life and you continue to write your book, please remember those steps are not just steps. Those are memories, and those memories will never leave you or the class of 2024. While a chapter may be coming to an end, your dance and high school journey is now complete. You are going to continue to dance. You are going to continue and enjoy more steps and make more memories as you begin your next chapter in preparing to study pharmacy at the University of Pittsburgh. I have no doubt that you will keep in your goals to set out to accomplish, just like the goals that I've had the pleasure of witnessing thus far. Remember in freshman seminar, when sometimes you were the only student in my class during COVID, and you told me the goal you wrote on Mr. McCoyle's goal board was to be the valedictorian. Goal accomplished, Zoe. Then there was a day I tested you for your driver's license when you were positive you were passing with a perfect score. Goal accomplished, Zoe. Then there was a day, prestigiously, when the class of 2024 voted you the homecoming queen. Goal accomplished, Zoe. And don't forget about building the best sandcastles at the beach with our families. Although I think your dad and Allie won this one. So now I challenge you to go write the next amazing chapter of your life. However, as you finish this chapter at CAHS, don't forget to enjoy each step along the way. And on a side note, I have to say what an honor it'll be for me and for my family to continue to be a part of your story. I just hope I'm alive years from now to read your #1 best-selling book. As we turn the page to the end of this amazing chapter, it is my most humble and gracious honor to introduce to all of you Connellsville Area High School's class of 2024 valedictorian, Miss Zoe Elizabeth Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Renzi, for your kind words. I still remember the first time I really got to know you and your family. Before I even embarked on the adventure of high school, our families immediately clicked. We became so close that I now consider you a second dad, or as some call you, my school dad. Both you and your family have been nothing but supportive towards me, and I will cherish the bond we have formed throughout this journey called life. Good evening, proud parents, family, and friends of our graduating class of 2024. First, I would like to say congratulations to my fellow classmates. We did it. My name is Zoe Hughes. I am honored to be holding the title as Connellsville Area High School's valedictorian. Standing before you today as the valedictorian of a remarkable class, I am filled with a great sense of gratitude and pride. I want to first begin by remembering our classmate, Tyler Nicholson, who is no longer with us. Tyler was a wonderful human being and a good friend to everyone. May we never forget our classmate and keep his memory alive. I first learned what an honor it is to be valedictorian the summer of our freshman year at our orientation. Mr. McPoyle made a poster for each of his classes, asking us to write down one goal we would like to achieve by the end of our high school career. It was in that moment, our freshman year, that I knew this was something I wanted to strive to achieve. 4 years later, when valedictorian was announced at our senior award ceremony, and I heard my name, Mr. McPoyle was the first person I thought of. I thought of my parents secondly. My parents have wished nothing but the best for me all throughout my educational career, starting since preschool. I always thought that to be successful in life, you had to become a doctor or a lawyer. It is a stereotype that everyone considers the high-achieving students to become one of these occupations. My parents always supported my dreams of wanting to be an anesthesiologist. They also supported my dreams of wanting to be a soccer player when I was a little girl. But most importantly, they supported me when I told them just last year around this time that I didn't want to be a surgical doctor spending 12 plus years in school. My dad is the perfect example of a successful person. He did not go to your typical college-like university, yet he recently was promoted to be a rotating equipment specialist for his company, Williams Energy. My mom is an educator for our school district, and although I have never personally had her in class, she was always there to help me with homework, guiding me onto the right educational path, and pushing me to be the most successful I could be. I am attending the University of Pittsburgh in the fall, enrolled in their pre-pharmacy program. I chose this career path not because it is where a successful student should strive towards, but because I love chemistry. Standing before my classmates, I wish you all nothing but success and happiness for your future life. I hope the career path that you have chosen was chosen because you love it. No matter what career trajectory you choose to follow, do it to the best of your ability and you will be successful. Always be true to yourself and know that you have done your best thus far. When looking for a quote that reflected accurately upon our experience together as a class, this one encompassed us the best. You'll stumble and fall. You'll experience both disaster and triumph, sometimes in the same day. But it's really important to remember that neither triumphs nor disasters last forever, stated by Helen Mirren. Our 8th grade year was cut short due to the global pandemic, COVID-19. We were told that in 2 days we would be back in school. 2 days turned into a week, and eventually a week turned into one online assignment a week for the last 9 weeks of our middle school experience. Due to this pandemic, we had to relearn what it was like to socialize and what it means to be an honorable student at the emerging of our teenage years. These were the times that we should be most sociable, forming hangout groups, and planning what we are going to do next with our educational career. COVID-19 has done more than prepare us for the future, making adaptation our superpower. Although the light at the end of this pandemic tunnel seemed too far gone to reach, we overcame it just like every other disaster thrown at us. After today, some of us may never see each other in person again. Some of us are moving out of the state for college, while others are staying relatively close. We will meet new people and make new best friends and acquaintances. We'll all make new memories, whether they may be good or bad. They will continue to shape us into the adults that Connellsville High School has started to mold. Despite the distance, we will forever be the class of 2024 together. We will always remain the Falcons. Looking back on this journey, we first began as eager freshmen with the idea that high school would be just like the movies. Fast forward through numerous assignments and lots of caffeine, we have reached the last milestone of our high school experience together, and the realization that this was not just another High School Musical experience. No one broke out into a musical song in the cafeteria or on the basketball court. However, we exhibited real experiences, making lifelong friendships and exemplified school spirit that no movie could ever try to recapture. When it comes to school spirit, our class does not joke around. From cheering on our football team at every Friday night lights, even in the pouring down rain, and then being attacked by what seemed to be the entire population of gnats, to staying at the school and decorating hallways well past our bedtime. We always took pride in being a Falcon. Not to mention, we are the back-to-back champions of the homecoming hallway decorating. Our senior year has been full of laughs. Last homecoming, last Cinderella, last prom, last time listening to Go Boys and our killer drumline, and the last time walking the hallways socializing with teachers that have prepared us for the future. Through all the highs and lows, we are all crossing the stage before you. This is the definition of resilience, overcoming disaster as Helen Mirren stated. As we embark on our new journey, there will now be many firsts. But also, there will be more disasters and triumphs. It is important to remember that they will not last forever. Just like the disaster of COVID-19, along with the triumph of sitting here today, getting ready to walk across this very stage, receiving the diploma that we have started to work towards since the age of 5. We are now heading into a new chapter, adulthood, a time that most of us wish to come for quite some time since we began high school. As we take off on our new adventure, call upon all of the knowledge that we have learned both in and out of the classroom here at Connellsville Area High School, and know that it has prepared us to take on whatever journey comes our way. We do not know what the future holds, but we do know ourselves better than anyone else. Whether you're heading into college, taking a gap year, or heading straight into the workforce or military, as long as we stay true to ourselves, hopes, dreams, and goals, we will all end up where we are meant to be. To my fellow classmates, thank you for the unforgettable memories, friendships, and all of the laughs. Along with my classmates, I would like to thank all of the principals, school board members, teachers, families, and friends for your time today during my speech. To our educators who have not only transferred knowledge, but also life lessons, thank you for your patience throughout the years. To our families, guardians, and friends, and those who are in our hearts today, thank you for all of the support you showered us with up until today. To our principals and school board members, thank you for creating a safe place for us at Connellsville Area High School and guiding us towards the paths made for us. Above all, I would personally like to thank God. It is through His faith and His blessing that I'm standing here before you today. Without all of those supporting us, we would not be where or who we are today or will be tomorrow. Once again, congratulations, class of 2024. And remember, once a Falcon, forever a Falcon.
Could the four of you please come back up to the platform at this time? Thank you for those inspiring speeches. I have a small but very prestigious award to present to each of you for earning the titles valedictorian and salutatorian. When you consider how large our graduating class is and how many outstanding students there are, to finish at the top of the class academically is a tremendous accomplishment. Nicholas Rohall, this award is presented to you as a Career and Technical Center class salutatorian. Katie Kessler, this award is presented to you as the high school class salutatorian. Natalie Willard, this award is presented to you as a Career and Technical Center class valedictorian. Zoe Hughes, this award is presented to you as the high school class valedictorian. At this time, I would also like to introduce the top 10 students in the high school graduating class according to class rank. Please stand when your name is called, and I ask everyone to please hold your applause until the end. Zoe Hughes. Katie Kessler. Please stand. Continue standing. Kennedy Orndorff. Iris Bird. Theodore Murphy. Emma Tyke, Ian Zarichek, Edward Stevenson, Faith Vinoversky, and Ryan Lilly. Congratulations. Please give them a round of applause. Parents and family members, please open your commencement program to the third page. This year, our district has started a new academic honoring system to highlight our graduates for their exceptional academic achievement. Our honoring system will mirror a college honoring system and will use the Latin terms cum laude, which means graduate with honors, magna cum laude, which means to graduate with great praise, and summa cum laude, which means to graduate with the highest honor and distinction. Students who graduate cum laude have earned a 3.75 weighted GPA and above during their 4 years of high school. Students who graduate magna cum laude have earned a 4.0 weighted GPA and above. And finally, students who have earned a 4.25 weighted GPA and above have earned the title summa cum laude. These students will be recognized as they receive their diplomas. As you can see, the Connellsville School District has many outstanding students that are well deserving of being recognized for their outstanding academic achievement. Let's give this group a round of applause for their efforts. I would now like to take a few minutes to give recognition to a special individual who is part of the class of 2024, but unfortunately is not with us this evening. The tragic passing of this young man has robbed our students of a very special friend. We are reminded by the situation that life is precious, fragile, and cannot be taken for granted. On behalf of the class of 2024, we would like to make a presentation to the families of Tyler Nicholson in an effort to express how truly special he was to his classmates and that he will never be forgotten. Assisting me in making this special presentation is our high school counselor, Miss Sarah Hoke. Representing Tyler Nicholson is his mother, Brandy Smartnick, his aunt, Martha Miller, his uncle, Jeff Miller, and his brothers, Kelton Nicholson, Connor Leonard, and Tavern Smartnick. The plaque that we are presenting is inscribed with Tyler's name, Tyler Ray Nicholson, and the words, always and forever, a member of our class, Connellsville Area School District, class of 2024, we will never forget you. To the families of Tyler Nicholson, God bless you. And we hope this gives you a small feeling of comfort. And as you realize how much our students care for you, for Tyler. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Richard Evans.
Thank you, Mr. Bosnick, and good evening, everyone. It is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the achievements of the class of 2024. This day marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. To our graduates, today is your day. I would like to acknowledge your accomplishments and celebrate the bright futures that lie ahead of you. As you move forward into the next chapter of your lives, whether it be further education, entering the workforce, or exploring new opportunities, remember the values and lessons learned here in Connellsville. We have no doubt you will make a positive impact wherever you go. To the families and friends of our graduates, your support and encouragement has been instrumental in their success. Today, we celebrate not only the achievements of our students, but also the support systems that have nurtured and inspired them. Thank you for being their cheerleaders and for the sacrifices you have made along the way. To the administration, faculty, and staff, thank you for your dedication and commitment to the success of our students. Your passion for education and your tireless efforts have played a crucial role in shaping the future of these young individuals. Your work often extends beyond the classroom, and we are deeply grateful for all that you do. To the members of the Connellsville Area School Board of Directors, your leadership and vision has been vital in guiding our district towards excellence. Your commitment to providing quality education and creating opportunities for all students is greatly appreciated. As we confer the diplomas today, we also acknowledge your role in shaping the educational experiences of our graduates. As I conclude, remember that this is just the beginning. Take with you the memories, friendships, and knowledge you have gained and use them to create a future filled with promise and possibility. We are very proud of each and every one of you and cannot wait to see what you will achieve. Congratulations, class of 2024.
It is now time for us to proudly present our graduates from the Connellsville Area School District class of 2024. At this time, we would like to invite the members of our school board, Mr. Detweiler, Mrs. Driscoll, Mr. Harshman, Mr. Martre, Mr. Panzella, Mr. Renzi, and Mrs. Sangston, our superintendent, Mr. Evans, and our administrators to come forward to extend a congratulations as Dr. Stern introduces the members of our 2024 graduating class. Ushers, you may now lead the graduates forward.
Good evening and congratulations to the class of 2024. Seniors, please come forward when prompted. Summa cum laude, Zoe Elizabeth Hughes. Cum laude, Natalie Jean Willard. Summa cum laude, Katie Elizabeth Kessler. Cum laude, Nicholas Donovan Rohal. Summa cum laude, Kennedy Ann Orndorff. Summa cum laude, Iris Zub Bird. Summa cum laude, Theodore Sean Murphy. Summa cum laude, Emma Josephine Tyke. Summa cum laude, Ian Michael Zarichek. Summa cum laude, Edward Jennings Stevenson. Summa cum laude, Faith Elizabeth Vinoversky. Summa cum laude, Ryan Marie Lilly. Cum laude, West Thomas Mancuso. Taylor Vaughn Ann Livingston. Levi James Thorpe. Mia Nicole Abel. Jeffrey David Addis III. Aiden John Alberts. Guinevere Rose Albright. Bobby Jean Allison. Seth Michael Alshouse. Michael Ross Ambrosini. Jonathan Glenn Anderkovich Jr. Nathaniel Cole Anderson. Isabella Grace Asbury. Jenna Lee Baker. Ethan Thomas Barkley. Nicholas James Barkley. Dwayne Scott Barron Jr. Magna cum laude Tegan May Basinger. Taylor Jean Bell. Caleb Joseph Benford. Abigail Angel Barish. Adara Grace Bonner. Timothy James Bollinger Jr. Cameron John Bonadio. Michael John Boris IV. Summa cum laude Grace Ann Bosnick. Joshua Adam Bowman Jr. Faith Kaylee Brandner. Rayanne Dawn Breakiron. Taylor Marie Breakiron. Zachary Connor Breakiron. Lane Sebastian Brewer. Riley Connor Brighton. Kaylee Dawn Brink. Logan Edward Brown. Tavon Malik Brown. Abby Jane Briner. Olivia Pearl Briner. Haley Dawn Buttermeyer. Ethan Michael Burchiani. Allie Cameron Burchick. Caden James Burnchak. Caitlin May Burnsworth. Shelby Lynn Burnsworth.
Go Shelby!
Summer Marie Butler. Hannah Dawn Cheney. Kaylin Christabella Clark. Caden Grace Clark. Cum laude Kylie Elizabeth Cole. Sean Michael Colony. Lacey Ann Collins. Summa cum laude Kylie Nicole Connors. Briar Daniel Cooper. Alexis Bree Copeland. Zachary Christopher Kossel. Braden Drake Cross. Gabriel Thomas Darrell. Kaya Isabel Darrell. Abigail Grace Davis. Haley Jade Davis. Magna cum laude Kira Jean Davis. Lawrence Edward Davis III. Tessa Marie DeLauder. Shannon Elizabeth DeLuke. Aiden David DeMarco. Julia Faith DeStefano. Cum laude, Cheney Isabel DeWitt. Dakota William DeWitt. Magnum cum laude, Austin Robert Dinkfeld. Magna cum laude, Luke Everett Dowden. Preston Nikolai Dugan. Clayton Frederick Beach Durso. Sierra Marie Eli. Magna cum laude, Caitlin Nicole Irwin. Peyton Nicole Yutzi. Malia Adriana Bath. Magna cum laude, Lindsay May Fazenbaker. Andrew Dennis Firestone. Christian Charles Firestone. Grace Elizabeth Firestone. Kiera Dawn Firestone. Madison Paige Fitzgerald. Allie Lynn Fletcher. Destin Ray Franks. Rayleigh Lene French. Morgan Lane Fresquez. Ryan Timothy Fuller. Bruce Allen Giles Jr. Cum laude, Molly Ann Jalot. Magna cum laude, Nora Therese Jalot. Simon Anthony Royal Ginley. Alexander Landon Goforth. Cooper Stephen Gray. Cody James Greer. Ava Janine Grimm. James Lee Grimm III. Madison Irene Grimm. Mia Bella Grimm. Magna cum laude, Jaden Elizabeth Grow. Austin Isaiah Gwynn. Evan Dale Hare. David Lee Hall III. Sean Tyler Hall. Magna cum laude, Kayla Marie Han. Juliana Sophia Hart. Cum laude, Abigail Grace Harvey. Crew Vaughn Harwell. Joshua Ethan Hay. Lydia Nicole Hawk. Emily Beth Heisterman. Cameron Wayne Helms. Ava Grace Henry. Camlin Ray Henry. Jesse Matthew Hodge. Mason Lynn Hollis. Michael Lance Hollis. Braden Aaron Hudson. Kendall Lynn Hutzel. Christian John Imbrogno. Gage Edward Jacobs. Hannah Ronna Jackway. Aiden Scott Johnson. Aiden Scott Johnson. Blake Elmer Johnson. Cum laude, Eli Samuel Johnson. Gage Marcus Johnston. Sierra Sky Joseph. Ashton Ricky Kantorick, Kylie Caitlin Carpel, Maya Lee Kasprek, Mason Andrew Kiefer, Seth David Kiefer, cum laude Dylan John Keffer, magna cum laude Taryn Lee Kemp, Lincoln Douglas Kennedy, Cassandra Marie Kessler, Meredith Kate Kinnear, magna cum laude Colby Gabriel Kistner, cum laude Zachary Aiden Navenshoe, cum laude Evelyn Rose Knopsnyder, Dylan Hunter Knopsnyder, Casey Allen Lake, William Hunter Lambert, Tommy Ray Landman Jr., magna cum laude Ellen Catherine Lake, Jacob Matthew Leapline, Xavier Allen Leapline, Jacob Clayton Lee, Seth Hunter Lasinski, Bailey Ray Lint, Joshua Michael Lint, Spencer John Long, Logan Michael Lowry, cum laude Alexander Jude Lloyd, Nicholas Jean Lucky, summa cum laude Eva Seth Lipson, Desmond Robert Malloy, Robert Allen Malloy III, Evan Alfred Mangus, summa cum laude Jonathan Scott Mariotti, Charlie J. Martin, Logan Riley Martin, Odessa Jacqueline Sky Mail, Jaden Ray McBride, Mackenzie Cheyenne McCartney, Kaylee May McCloy, Bonnie Bell McFadden, cum laude Connor Wayne McLaughlin, Tristan Lee McLaughlin, Dominic Richard McMullen, Magdalene May McPoyle, Abigail Renee Means, magna cum laude Evan Paul Means, Kane Alexander Michael, Capone Anthony Mickens, Keeman Ray Sean Miller, Kayana Monet Miller, Matthew Ryan Miller II, Christian Robert Miner, Cyrus James Mittensway, Melanie Clarice Monahan Messner, summa cum laude Jaylee McHale Moorhead, Noah Benjamin Morrison, Abigail Marie Mountain, Joshua Wayne Mowry, Ori Walker Murphy, Casey Jean Myers, Cum laude, Brandon Caleb Nichols. Cody Lee Nicholson. Dakota Allen Nicholson. Dallas Lee Nicholson. Natalie Dawn Nicholson. Brisa Sky Nieves. Cum laude, Melinda Rose Oaks. Chris Robert Oler Jr. Cadence Pearl Oldham. LaKendra Sierra Samantha Markayla Marnie Mae Osler. Josie Renee Filburn. Anthony Edward Pozeski. Nathan William Pickford. Noah Joseph Herschel. Elijah Alexander Pleva. Jonathan Tyler Pollablank. Mary Elizabeth Porter. Ty Nicholas Porterfield. Elijah Devon Craster. Tyler Troy Preston. Chloe Morgan Priester. Jenna Marie Prinky. Cum laude, Riley Marie Prinky. Sean Austin Prinky. Riley George William Pritz. Luke Joseph Pushkar. Caitlin Elizabeth Queer. Selena Jean Rainey. Summa cum laude, Delaney Rose Reese. Noah Michael Richter. Amari Monique Ricks. Magna cum laude, Braden J. Rittenauer. Carter Aaron Rittenauer. Emma Lee Rittenauer. Lindsay Nicole Rittenauer. Cum laude, Eli Martin Roebuck. Danny William Rosensteel. Nicholas Ryan Rosensteel. Grace Louise Rugg. Kylie Ann Rugg. Tanner Ray Rugg. Draven Thaddeus Rummel. Hayden Christopher Russell. Cum laude, Arabella Kirby Ryan. Caitlin Jane Sanner. Kara Marie Sanner. Jake William Sansone. Cum laude, Abigail Catherine Saylor. Derek Lee Saylor. Isaac Scott Saylor. Alicia Elaine Schroyer. William Joseph Schwartz. Isaiah Navy Seehopper. Jessica Lynn Schaefer. Rachel Elizabeth Schaefer. Elijah Thomas Shawley. Magna cum laude, Case William Shear. Christopher John Sherrick. Caden Allen Shipley. Morgan Rose Shipley. Savannah Renee Shipley. Ethan Nathaniel Schroyer. Ethan Marshall Schultz. Jalen Grace Schultz. Kenneth Dwayne Schultz III. Ethan James Sigwalt. Christopher Michael Sines. Harmony Justina Sledge. Lyric Leslie Sledge. Cum laude Kelsey Grace Smalley. Abigail Marie Smith. Alfred Joseph Soberdash III. Laura Lynn Stanish. Cum laude Casey Allen Stanton. Elena Dawn Strasser. Zachary Randall Stanger. Andrew Edward Stewart. Garrett Isaiah Stewart. Hannah Elizabeth Stout. Naya Nicole Ann Strauters. Cole Alexander Sundin. Brittany Nicole Swope. Summa cum laude Autumn Gabrielle Taylor. Jordan Lee Tessero. Brandon Michael Thomas. Everett Stephen Thomas. Cheyenne Marie Thompson. Clifford Lee Thompson III. Lariana Alita Thompson. Kaylee Marie Thorpe. Cum laude Braylee Ray Tyke. Tyler Andrew Townsend. Jada Marie Travis. Kelsey Jean Tressler. Magna cum laude Taylor Shannon Triggs. Samantha Aaron Trincia. Peyton Dawn Ullery. Abigail Nicole Uri. Cum laude Adelaide Grace Voss. Madison Noel Wadsworth. Callie Fawn Wagner. Magna cum laude Jacob Robert Weaver. Jace Riley Weimer. Cheyenne Jane Whipke. Macy Ray Whipke. Lucas Nathaniel Wilson. Lucas Shane Wiltrout. Brittany Renee Wingrove. Faith Marie Wingrove. Cum laude Gabrielle Joyce Woods. Riley James Workman. Cum laude Lucas Dylan Wright. Jerry Lee Yaley. Caleb Peter Zitney. And this concludes the final roll call for the class of 2024. Congratulations, graduates.
It is a long-standing tradition during graduation ceremonies for graduating students to flip their tassels from the right side to the left side of their caps to signify that the students have met the requirements of graduation and are now ready to take on another challenge in their lives. Graduates, please stand. In recognition of your status as a high school graduate, you may now flip your tassels from the right to the left. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the families of our graduates who have worked so hard and sacrificed so much to help these seniors reach this significant milestone in their lives. For all of you, I know there have been highs and lows, thrills and disappointments. And yet through it all, you provide the love and support that was needed to keep your sons and daughters focused and on track. You deserve the joy of this graduation as much as our seniors do. To the class of 2024, I want to say thank you on behalf of the staff of the Connellsville Area Career and Technical Center and Connellsville Senior High School. Graduates, you have brought great pride and honor to both your school and community. Congratulations and good luck. You will definitely be missed. Okay, before we close, I would like to acknowledge the retirement of 3 members of our faculty and staff and thank them for their many years of service to the students of our district. Mr. Robert Shaner, science teacher at Connellsville High School. Mr. Gerald Matthews, carpentry teacher at the Career and Technical Center. Mrs. Trudy Steyer, hall monitor at the senior high school. Please give them a round of applause. In closing, we want to thank everyone for attending this evening and celebrating the graduation of the Connellsville Area School District Class of 2024. To conclude our program, our senior class president, Taylor Vaughn Livingston, will announce the benediction.
If everyone could please bow their head for prayer. Dear God, we gather today to celebrate the beginning of new journeys filled with unfamiliar faces and adventures. But as we move forward, let us not forget the blessings that have paved our way. We're grateful for our school, a safe place for learning and growth. Our teachers have shown us persistent love and support, guiding us through challenges. Our families have been our constant cheerleaders, standing by us through thick and thin. And on this special day, we thank you for the friendships we forged with our classmates, for the laughter, tears, and shared experiences that have bound us together. Your love shines through these relationships, guiding us as we step beyond these familiar walls. In your name we pray. Amen.
Congratulations, class of 2024. This concludes our program. Thank you.